Hey, I just wanted to come to you this evening and talk a little bit. I'm Tony. This is Man Among Men, and I want to talk a little bit about a little episode that I came into a little while ago. So I'm talking to this guy, got a guy that I know that I work with, and he wanted to ask me some advice, ask a question. And so the question was, the way it goes is, he's been dealing with this lady, dating her for about the past 8 months or so. And so, as far as he concerned, everything is going good, everything is going well, no issues, no problems. But one issue he has is that when he tries to get close to her and move this relationship, like say on to another level, she always push back and say, no, we ain't doing that. And so he kept on, they still dating, they going out, having a good time. Everything is well, man. He's enjoying it, she's enjoying it. But then when he tried to take that relationship further into another level, once again, she says, well, no, I can't do that. Okay. And so then he asks her, okay, listen, after about a year or so, he said, now just be straight up with me. What's going on? Do you not like me like that? You don't want to be with me? And then she says to him, she says, well, the truth is, I don't see you that way. I see you more like a brother. And that kind of threw him for a loop because he's like, well, what does that mean? She see me like a brother. I've been taking her out. We've been nice, kind. We've been having a good time together. And she talking about she see me like a brother, man. I don't understand what that's all about. Now, understand, this isn't about blaming this sister or blaming the woman. This is about us as men taking responsibility for where we at, the road we on, and how we navigate our way around these things and navigate our way around these relationships. Okay, so that's what this is about. This ain't about blaming her. This is about setting this brother straight and getting this brother put back on the right path. So she don't see him as a love interest. She see him more like a big brother who's been taking care of her. Now, the woman come out of a bad relationship, what she considered to be a bad relationship. So it was verbal, wasn't physical necessarily, but it was a verbally abusive type relationship. And so now what he do is he want to come in and he want to scoop in and rescue her. Now, let me tell you something, man. And this happens to a lot of guys. You meet a woman, she done been through a bad time, and what you want to do is you want to rescue this sister. You want to come in and you want to say, hey, okay, I'm gonna take care of you and do whatever you gotta do. You're a rescuer. But here's what you gotta understand when you are rescuing a woman. If you're a man and your thing is you like to rescue, bro, you gotta understand that that woman no longer sees you as a love interest. She sees you more as a caregiver. And that's why when you try to move that relationship on and become romantic with her, that's why she pushed you away and say, well, no, man, you more like a brother to me. I don't see you as no love interest. So as a man, you got to be aware of that. When you moving in on a woman and you trying to rescue them, and a lot of guys get into this whole thing about rescuing women. I want to rescue her, rescue her, rescue her. You got to understand, brother, that the moment you start trying to manage her emotions, you start being someone that she can desire. She don't look at you in that way no more. She looks at you as a brother. So I don't know if you guys got sisters or not, but just imagine if your sister is sick and you go somewhere to take care of your sister. What happens is your sister, you her brother. There is nothing in her that sees any romantic anything because y'all brothers and sisters. All she sees is my big brother is coming to take care of me. My big brother's looking after me while I'm sick. So you take care of her, your little sister, she get back on her feet. She's ready to get back out there. Well, when you meet a woman and she's been in a bad relationship and you decide that you're going to come in and you're going to rescue that woman, undercover, you really want her to be your woman and you want to grab her before somebody else can, but you rescuing her, that woman, bruh, she does not see you as a love interest. She see you as a caregiver. And so what's going to happen is, yeah, you're going to have a good time with her. Yes, y'all going to have a good time. But when she get back on her feet and when she's whole again, and when she got her feet back under her, and once she get over all the stuff that she went through, whatever abuse she went through, now she's looking for a man who she can see eye to eye with, a man who she can develop a life with. She's looking at you as a caregiver. Now, you got to understand, most young women, if they're in their 20s or their 30s, and some even in their 40s, don't really get that word caregiver. That's only if you work in the medical field, or if you're an older person and you take care of older people, then you get the word caregiver. So, excuse me. So, a lot of younger women, they're not going to use the word caregiver. That don't register in their mind. But what does register is you more like a brother to me. You're just a brother. And so she not gonna look at you in no kind of way like that. So you got to understand, once that woman get back on her feet and she's 100% back where she's supposed to be, and everything is good with her, she's not gonna look at you as no lover. She look at you as a caregiver. And any woman who looks at a man as a caregiver, you know what she thinks when you talking about being romantic? You know what she thinks? She thinks, oh, she thinks a nurse in a hospital. She think a dude who changed her bandages. She like, no, no, bro, we can't go there. We're not going there. So the best thing you can do, man, listen, like I told this brother, man, if there's a woman that you like, you see her and she's been in a bad relationship. Okay. I'm not saying that, like I say, once again, it ain't the woman's fault now. So this ain't about us blaming women. No, sir. This is about us as men recognizing where we at and how we navigate the spaces that we're in. Okay. So if you meet a woman and you talk to her and she says, I've been in a bad relationship or I'm just getting out of a bad relationship, the best thing you can do, if there's anything about that woman that you like, the best thing you can do, man, is just wish her well and back off. Especially if you work with her in the same building, you'll see her, but you need to back off, because if you start swooping in, trying to take care of her, trying to rescue her, trying to help her get back on her feet, when she does get back on her feet, she's not going to look at you the way you want her to look at you. She's going to look at you as a friend, a good friend, a caregiver. And once women make their mind up, once they mind go there, man, you more like a brother to me, dude, ain't nothing can change that. you might as well go with it now and just be good friends, because ain't nothing else happening between y'all. And a lot of guys get caught up in this thing. And so one of the things you gotta ask yourself is, how do men get caught up in this? How do men become rescuers? And I'm gonna tell you, and once again, I'm gonna say this again, this is not about blaming women. This is about us as men recognizing where we at and how we navigate these fields that we find ourselves in. This ain't about blaming women, okay? But you got to understand, a lot of men grow up in households with single mothers. A lot of single mothers, single mothers, y'all are great. Y'all do great things, man. We appreciate our single mothers. But just by default, the way that most women do things is they're caring, they're nurturers. It does something to a man when he's trying to now be an adult and go into a relationship. Okay. Ain't no bad thing. But what it is, man, like when you grow up in a household and you grow up with a single mother, you no longer just watch your mama go through all these emotional things. You get caught up in her emotional stuff. You get caught up in all that stuff, man. And when you do that, you take a lot of that stuff on and you learn how to cope in a household with a mother who's going through issues and problems. And as a little boy, you learn how to soothe your mom and take care of your mom. So when your mom come home and she got children and she done had a bad day, she rely on you to talk to you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's cool. That's good. But she's relying on you to talk to you. So you become her little man. You become the little dude she can talk to, and you make her feel better about herself, because she said, I can go home, I'm gonna talk to my son, and come here, baby, and y'all sit down and you watch your favorite TV shows, and you can help your mom get over the hump of whatever she's going through. Now, I understand, as a little boy, you shouldn't have to do that thing, because that's your dad's spot. And your dad wasn't there, and it's cool. Your mom was by herself. So you did what you had to do, and she did what she had to do. But you learned some lessons about women doing that that don't serve you very well when you become a man now. Because now what happens when you become an adult man, you gravitate toward women who have issues, and you gravitate to this idea that the way that I can help her is by helping her through her issues. I'm gonna help this sister out. I'm gonna help rescue her. And that's how we get into this whole rescue thing. And then when you get into that rescue thing, man, it's just, dude, it ain't no good. It ain't no good for you. It's good for her because she got a friend, but it ain't good for you, you know? So where does the healing start? Here's what you got to do, bro. Like I told this man here, and any men who fit into this category, and it's okay if you fit into the category. It ain't about you being a bad person. It is what it is, man. If you fit into the category, here's what you got to understand, okay? Listen, it's not your responsibility, man, to handle a woman's emotional state. It is not your responsibility to help her get through that thing. I ain't talking about a woman you if you ain't married to her. I'm talking about a woman you meet and you date. It ain't your responsibility to help her get emotional stable again. You got to let her do that on her own. Only her and God can handle that. And you let her do that. But a lot of us men want to rush in and try to help her get over these things that she's going through, and she don't grow and she don't develop, and you got to let her do that. And love does not require you to abandon yourself, man. You can't abandon who you are. You got to stick with who you are, you know? And so if you do these things, remember, it's not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility. So stick with what you got. Like I say, if you meet a woman, you like her, she cool with you, back out. If she done been through a rough time, a rough relationship, don't walk in there trying to handle her relationships, trying to help her handle stuff. Back out of that thing, man. Let her grow and develop and get over that stuff on her own. Then once she get over that stuff on her own, then you can come back and then maybe y'all can have a chance at a relationship. So you guys, a lot of these guys, a lot of you guys, a lot of us men, we think that love is about listening a long time, and love is about fixing her problems, and the love is about carrying her stress. But the truth is, man, dude, that ain't love. That's just unpaid therapy. That's all that is, unpaid therapy. You let her, you let God and her do their thing. God will deal with her and God will grow her up and get her over whatever she's been through. Then once she's whole, once she's been made whole, my brother, then you can step back in and say, hey, let me see, can I get to know this sister? But as long as she's going through those issues, understand, if you're married now, this is a whole different game. We ain't talking about a married man. If you're married now, dude, you stick with your wife. This is a whole different game. I'm talking about guys who meet women out in the street, or meet women at work, or meet women at church, or meet women somewhere. And now what you want to do is help her to get over. That's who we're talking about, okay? So guys, stick with it, man. Remember, we're not about bashing women or saying that women doing something wrong. It's about us as men recognizing where we at and learning how to navigate the waters that we're in, okay? All right, y'all. Take care.